world is seeing something awesome. Moshiach. How can we help them realize what they are seeing? The Rebbe has given us the gift of Mivtzoim. Through this gift, Neshei Chabad brings the light of Moshiach to the world. Women like you, teenagers, students from our schools, toddlers, and even our husbands and sons. You will see us in the supermarkets, at the airports, on the subways, on the street corners, at the malls, on the boardwalks, in the senior centers, in private homes, and even in the prisons. We bring Torah inspiration, opportunities to do mitzvahs, make Yomim Tovim come alive, raise the spirits of the Jews as proud Yidden, and reach out to our Gentile neighbors with Sheva mitzvahs. Neshei Chabad is doing so much, but it's not the same without you.
Am geht alles in Gas und mit zeta Jiden, was bichitzen ist, fühlt sich nicht als ich. Was sich mit dem getroffen und sich jeder in Baschgoche Protis, mach von ihm, soll werden deine Raschof. Und du fühlst sich bei der Chatele wa Mitzvah, wird bei ihm werden der Teil wa Schchene, wie bald du bist der Tzadik, fühlst sich bei der Chatele wa Mitzvah.
If someone told you that you can change the world in a few hours, what would you do?
I'm rushing a bit. It's Mivtzoim day. Love this day. Today we're doing some sort of challah demo at this assisted living facility. Okay, I'm heading now.
Inspiring a world, the Rebbe leads the way and shows us how.
People say, oh, I'm so uncomfortable going on Mivtzoim. So I think that really what Mivtzoim does is for a minute it takes your own being and you step out of yourself for a minute and you just become a complete keli for the Rebbe.
I wanted to do something with my children that was a little bit outside of ourselves, that we were contributing more to the society. So we decided to go and to do Mivtzoim. The moment I got involved in Mivtzoim, it changed my life. I learned that there's a way to volunteer and to give and to contribute. When we left, we were much more filled with gratitude and joy, which we didn't come in with. And it made me realize that this contributing back to society was so meaningful. We ended up doing it every Sunday. It became our Sunday fun day.
I find the more mitzvah I do, good things happen.
Since I was a child, I loved to be a leader and organize events. So of course I put my whole energy into the Rebbe's Mivtzoim, organizing the Rebbe's Mivtzoim. And I could see when the ladies come back from the shift, how they looked enriched and happy and fulfilled.
Mivtzoim keeps reminding me that I have to give to others. This is a picture of my parents, Yaakov and Sarah from Paris, France. They gave me the first taste of the mitzvah of Mivtzoim, the Kocholim. And till today I can continue it thanks to Neshei Chabad in Mivtzoim.
And I always felt that day, the day of Mivtzoim, the evening was much easier. The children were calmer, supper was ready, and everybody was in a good mood.
When you have inspired somebody to such an extent, then you become doubly inspired. And you just feel so warm about it because you just have touched a neshama.
What's amazing for me personally about Mivtzoim is that I can become a shliach at any moment. I say, hey, I think I'd like to open a Chabad house for 5 minutes. I don't have to have an official Chabad house. At that moment on that street corner, on Main and 34th Street, wherever I am with a brochure in my hand, I become a shliach. I meet a woman, I speak to her, and I know that when we step out of this bubble and we go our separate ways, I will never be the same, she will never again be the same, the world will never again be the same.
It's Tuesday, the car is soon coming. The ladies are going to Palm Beach. Okay, let me prepare for them the bag, the material.
Arriving to Hana right on time. It's going to be a good day.
Inspiring a world by bringing light into the darkness.
Der Linie von Adlokas Hanesh al Kol Yishuv Bas B'Yisro, als a kleine Mädele, wenn sie hier lechinuch, wir können ihr geben zu verstehen, wo sie das Ner Shabbos, hat sie schön de Keach und hat schön de Schlichus von dem Ebersten, auf machen richtig bei sich in Huis und durch den von der Huis und durch der Lichtigkeit in der Huis öffnen auf die Achi, wo mit darf sich lichtig machen, Chelke Beile.
Here we are, another Friday afternoon, Erev Shabbos, through cold and woo weather. Come on in and join us. We are here no matter what. We're visiting with HES. We give out Shabbos Licht and the L'chaims and a little Shabbos party, and they give tzedakah, and it's just a happy, warm way to enter into Shabbos.
And every Friday, the nicest woman in the whole world, Miriam, comes to see us and gives us Shabbos candles and a little pamphlet that explains what that Shabbos is about. And it brings back memories to me because my mother always lit candles, and somehow all candlelight gives me a very warm feeling.
I've always wondered about God since the time that I was little. I decided I wanted to look for God full time, and I quit my job that I really liked, and I would meditate and I would walk through the woods, and my father asked me, now that I quit my job, what was I going to do? And I said, I don't know, but it'll come. And the next day they were going to visit people that I really wasn't so interested in visiting, and they said they would leave me at a mall and then they would come pick me up. So they left me at King's Plaza, and this woman ran up to me and she gave me a pamphlet. And on the pamphlet, and she gave me Shabbos candles, which I wasn't at all interested in. And I was very rude when she came up to me. And on the pamphlet were all my questions. And my heart was beating so loudly I could hear it in my ears. And my parents came, and I held it up to my father, and I said, it came. And I went back to Indiana, packed a suitcase, and I went to Beis Hana. And I was thinking last night that it says that if a person saves the life of one person, they save a world. And I was thinking that Bracha Leah Chava Bas Shmuel, she created about 33 worlds with my children and my grandchildren. And I'm very grateful that this world was opened up to me.
Ask mothers when they have little girls in their room, do the little girls light their own candles, or even big girls? Don't let people intimidate you. You know why? Where do you get your strength not to be intimidated? That you know why you're doing this. That you know why you're here in this world. You're here to light up another person. So how could you be intimidated? And if somebody says no, so what? Nothing happens to me when somebody rejects me. I don't become somebody because somebody accepts me, and I don't become a nobody because they reject me.
I started making a Mokum Kavua, the supermarket on Shipsy Bay on Avenue Y, Stop and Shop. And from already a good few years, I'm going together with my friend Eti Nemes. The most exciting time is before Yavim Toyavim. People are so receptive. When we give out calendars for Yom Tov, for Rosh Hashanah, and for the New Year. Naturally, there is always those who don't want to hear, and maybe are not so kind to us. And when it is difficult, I try to think myself that it's not me. I'm just the feet and the mouth for the Rebbe.
Inspiring a world of goodness and kindness.
Ist der Dien und der Nitzwege, wie gerät mehrere Mal, als Jid darf tun kol hatoli Beif, soll sein der Kiel von die alle Mitzvahs, was eine verbunden mit Jeschuwische Leilom, mit Lubavitcher Rebbe, wo sie werden alle Nichlal in der Shivi, in der 7, Sugim Klolim, von der Sheva Mitzvahs Bnei Neach, mit alle Seele Sifi und mit der Hadgosche, dass nicht eine Sache, was sie darf sein, früher nicht mal und noch nasse. Früher wird das verstehen mit seinem Seichel, der Benelech. Und noch wird nicht kein sein, dem Leis Signe, wie Leis Sigsel, wie Kajese Beser. Sagt man, als darf das nicht kein sein, Punkt, als wie jeden seine Mekaim, die übrige Mitzvah, Tavyag-Mitzvah, Bagdomas Neisele Nishma, als sich Ben näher darf Mekaim sein, das Fall, was als oder Rebester übergegeben durch Menschen.
Every time I leave the house, I grab a stack of Sheva Mitzvah cards to give to the non-Jews. Their enthusiasm never ceases to amaze me. It's as if they were waiting for me to give them the card. The Rambam says that before Moshiach comes, the Jews have a halacha to teach the Sheva Mitzvahs to the non-Jews. The Rebbe activated the process, and I'm proud to take the challenge.
I had a Sheva Mitzvahs B'nei Neach, 7 Noachi clothes, encourage them, and people are very, very happy.
Inspiring a world of respect and care.
Kolz man der Neshomesh and Asatobi, a der Rebester hat ihm gegeben Leben, und schon älter von 50 Jahren, was wird angerufen, beschämt Elom a ganze Welt war sich. Und älter von 60 Jahren, wo damals ist Jetze, von dem Klauk im Meduwa, was kann amok im Laharich beset. I das Hayem la Seisam, das ist eine Reihe, als darf tun, nicht weniger von früher, oder Adarabe, wie bald als sein Guf ist zugekommen, noch ein Jahr, ist sicher, als nicht Mosse Jiker, darf zukommen noch mehr, wie viel sie zugekommen in dem Jahr von dem Guf.
10:25, right in time. Huh. We did good timing. Can't wait to see my friends.
They're also on our monthly calendar every Tuesday. Ladies visit from the Lubavitcher.
Zach? Chava. The trick? Roll it.
The ladies from Chabad who are coming to us, they bring so much joy. It's a pleasure to have them here. The ladies learn us to do tzedakah, to learn with the Jewish religion. For me, it's many things new I learned from them.
Mivtzoim is always awesome. I love doing Mivtzoim. When you go to an old age home, it's a different style, it's a different type of Mivtzoim. I feel like there's something even more special about it. I feel like they need simcha and hope in a way that, maybe other people don't.
We are happy to have people who volunteer here and who come here on a weekly basis. They provide holiday events, they bring students from the school, they like kids who come here very, very often. So of course they're happy to participate in those events.
בזמן הזה.
Residents like this, you can see they're smiling. They come to us every Wednesday. They talk about Jewish Torah, about holidays, about Jewish people. Very interesting program.
One of the mitzvah that I was doing in the more recent past is going to some of the places on outreach, the assisted living places or the senior centers. We make a little program. There was a certain gentleman and he was sitting at the back, like away from everybody else while we were giving the program. And when I went later in time, I saw that this gentleman had moved further in with the crowd where the rest of the tables were. And I came later, weeks later, whatever, and I see now he was wearing a yarmulke. And I came again, like a certain amount of time later, and he was wearing 2 yarmulkes. And it just showed that from the programs of going in, how his neshama kind of melted. He was so resistant, he wouldn't even take a pamphlet. And now he's slowly drawn in through the programs. and through the people going in and with Ahavas Yisrael.
I run extracurricular programming at Benos Menachem for the elementary students. And we like to take the girls on Mivtzoim every once in a while, but we often work with Neshei Chabad Mivtzoim who are so helpful in helping us set up appointments with different nursing homes so that the girls can visit and make performances for them, cheer them up, teach them about Yom Tov. We get brochures and all kinds of materials for them for our older girls who can go on street Mivtzoim. Going on Mivtzoim is very important for all kids, I think, even the very young ones.
In the nursery of Beis Chaya Mushka, Mora Bela instills in her little ones a love to reach out to every Jew. Therefore, they are so excited to go on Mivtzoim.
Because of what holiday? What is Hanukkah? And you make enjoy for all people in Shalom Center. We all have good time. Yes, we have good time?
Yes. You cannot go, but you'd like to join Mivtzoim, so you're offering money for car service. Such a Gocha Pratis. Our car just broke down and we couldn't have another car now. So you came at the right time to offer this money for sponsoring a car service. Thank you so much. All the best. Moshiach now.
What if my driving can change a world? What if my few phone calls can change a world? What if my babysitting can change a world? What if my few dollars can change a world?
Als jeder soll wissen, als durch sein 91. Meister und sein 91. Dibur und sein 91. Machshove soll wissen sein, als Retzach wegen Jikwisse dem Moshiach. Und in der Ruf Gufi Jikwisse dem Moshiach. Und nun der Ruf Gufi dort der Psag-Din von Levi Yishuv Atzol Ba'ilom.
My mother, at the age of 80 plus, became like a young soldier for the Rebbe's Mivtzoim. She was a Holocaust survivor. In one of the letters that the Rebbe mentioned to her about involvement in the Sheikh Chabad activities, she replied that she has no chush, no talent for this. And then the Rebbe answered back with the following words. Every Yid, man and woman, can spread Yiddishkeit, especially those who are raised amongst Hasidim. Their Mesiras Nefesh give them a special schus and blessing.
We started to go to Great Neck, the Gish Center for Iranian community. We decided that we want to give them some information about the Shabbos, the Chagim. So I decided to print the information in the language of Farsi and bring them candles. But now I coordinate it with other people who are able to go.
I call myself the transporter. I transport people, distribute materials. I pick up people from, nursing homes or wherever. Sometimes if I don't join in with the Mivtzoim myself, I pick them up, I bring them there, according to my schedule. And also wherever I go, I'm always giving out, I call them my Rebbe cards, to Yidden and Gentiles alike. Always something.
Baruch Hashem, I got an idea. I thought I can do Mivtzoim, even though I'm busy mommy and I need to do so many things to work and take care of my children. And then I had an idea, I can go to Hannah Marozov's house and I can just help her to organize all the bags and stuff within my own time when I'm available and she's flexible. In addition, when it comes up to Purim time, or Pesach Sheni, or Tu B'Shvat, we have to do the tiny bags. All the family, we sit together and we just put all the stuff in small bags and make it nice and neat. So the women that go to Mivtzoim can give it out, and we are also part of doing Mivtzoim.
Mivtzoim is definitely for everybody. My children, Chana and David, both have Down syndrome, and they like to do Mivtzoim as well. In fact, David did Mivtzoim in the national parks a few summers ago, and he found a man who had never put on tefillin before, and he had a bar mitzvah, thanks to David.
One of the Mivtzoim that I was involved with for a long time was going to the prison. And I found that over time, when I first went, I wasn't so confident. and I didn't really feel that I had what to say. But every now and then, going in overtime, I found that I actually picked up and I gained.
Right now, I'm a teacher, and how do I find time for Mivtzoim? I go usually Sunday, or sometimes in the evening. Or if I have a day off, then I go during the day. Right now, my main focus is, since the Rebbe said that every single child, as soon as they're born, should have a shramalas in their crib. So I go to the hospital, I go to maternity ward.
For me, my specialty is mitzvah on the go. That when I step out the door of my home, am I equipped for a divine encounter? So it means that on me, I have to have something that I'm going to give out to somebody.
When I first got married, I was very excited when I was given the opportunity to call somebody once a week and learn with them whatever they wanted to learn. And we became friends, and we would talk in our learning, and it was a great way to connect and keep my own learning up. I love this kind of mitzvah because I can tailor it to my own time.
Whether it's driving people to the hospitals or nursing homes, wherever they need to go, or whether it's actually going into the old age home and doing a program with the seniors, or whatever you're teaching them, whether it's about Aleph Beis, about Yantiv or Shabbos, and when you see the smile that you're bringing to their faces, and you see them listening so intently and to every single word that you're saying and really connecting with you, is a very powerful and special experience.
So I buy Kind bars by the case, and on the back of it I attach the surf card or the good card, and I put a ribbon around it. The surf card has websites, Jewish websites, and the good card talks about doing a good deed, and I believe bringing light into the world. And they're both very appealing to look at, and people are really grateful to get it.
I am a music teacher, entertainer. I try to infuse that, to use my talents to be able to bring simcha to other people. You just benefit. It's a win-win situation.
I like to go to either the nursing home or the senior centers, and I like to speak to them, to the people, and I like to play music, mainly with my recorder. And this way I have a feeling that they get more the information absorbed intellectually and emotionally.
I think it all started with a cream cheese rugelach for Shavuos about 8 years ago, when I came to drop off rugelach for the people for Yantiv with Shabbos candles. And now, 8 years later, it could be cold and freezing out here, but as you notice, it's warm and happy inside. We're like family. Go for it, Mama Liz. It's the best. It's the best, because the giver really is the receiver. All good things. Good Shabbos, and happy Mivtzoim to all of you.
Each week, Neshei Chabad distributes 200 packages of Shabbos candles, over 500 Torah pamphlets in Russian and English. Prior to each Yom Tov, thousands of holiday guides are distributed. 1,000 honey stick for Rosh Hashanah, 500 pieces of lekach for Yom Kippur, 30 sets of lulavim and esrogim on Sukkot, 300 menorahs and 500 dreidalach on Hanukkah, 300 packages of fruit for Tu B'Shvat, 500 shalach manis on Purim, over 2,000 matzahs for Pesach, and 600 cheese rugelach on Shavuos, and much, much more.
Just got back. Yes. You're willing on giving it a try? Really? Oh, that's great. I'm so happy. Next Tuesday morning. Be ready at 9:45. Wonderful.
Together, we can inspire a world.